From my culture spacer, can I realize what that would do?
Oh, I just told you. It would draw the attention of like military and law and law authorities, and everyone in the system would be able to see it. And normally when there's ship combat, somebody comes running to see what's up and arrest some people.
So we're gonna be able to talk this out, or what's it gonna be? It's up to you guys.
Well, can we just call the space police? Would they respond in time for this?
They could, but first thing first, the ship is a smuggler. Secondly, you would get through several rounds of combat. It would take a couple of hours unless they had like a patrol nearby, to get here.
I was saying that to the other people, by the way.
Also, you have stolen property on board. I don't know. It might not be in your best interest to get the law involved, but it's definitely not in theirs because they're pirates.
Yeah, well, they don't know about.
Yeah, they don't know any of that. No. Sorry, what did you say to them, Flint?
Yeah, so I said like, so we're gonna be able to talk this out, or what's it gonna be? Because it's up to you guys at the moment.
Well, go on then. Get your stuff and be out of here.
All right, you look clear off. Don't want to see you sneaking around here.
We'll power down the weapons and get out of firing range, but you take only what you're here for. Leave a scrap for us.
Yeah, we've got no interest in scrap.
All right. Now I recommend we just rip the computers out.
We should plot a bomb on it.
Oh yeah.
Detonate it
Oh,
while they're getting close.
No, we should do the scanners. So like power it up and do the scanners, just so I can put in like a virus to sort of mess with them.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they're just pirates. I think they're just after the stuff on the ship.
Well, yeah, but we can still like mess with them.
We could mess with them, or we could just leave them to take what they want. I mean...
Or we could turn this whole thing around, mess with them so much their ship goes down, and then pirate them.
I mean, if nothing else, I don't want, like... It's sort of like a guarantee that they won't come after us next.
Well, I'm thinking if we mess with their ship, they'll probably come after us, but if we leave them alone, maybe...
No, not their ship. The ship they want to scavenge. Scavenge.
Wait, what?
No, the idea is just like to put a virus to like mess with like vital systems, to like maybe, you know, make it explode or like do something like that. Yeah, like I obviously wouldn't be able to like hack their ship.
But yeah, while we're retrieving the computers and the ship's switched on.
Yeah, like start up a defense system or something. If it had any.
Yeah.
But we leave all that to last after we've got everything done.
Alright then. Well, let's get this done then.
Okay.
I'll try and park us close. Can we dock with the other ship?
It's got a big old hole in it. So even if you do, like, there's going to be no air on the ship. And yeah, it's going to be awkward no matter how you do it. Like, there won't be any artificial gravity on board or things like that.
Do we even have any spaceships? I mean, spacesuits?
Yeah, I assume there would be some on the ship anyway. Because, like, you'd be an idiot if you didn't have exosuits when you're on a spaceship. So yeah, you can dock with it if you want, or you can just like pull up next to it and basically jump the space gap.
Yeah, we might want to make a quick getaway, so let's not dock.
All right.
Alright, so I'll pull the ship up right next to it.
Cool. All right, you guys. Who's going over?
I'm assuming that we'll have to take Charlotte.
Yeah.
Sophie, this is your field, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, yeah, the ship's definitely got no like life or vital signs on it, right? Like, there's nobody sitting in there.
Yeah, it's literally a floating piece of garbage at the
Right.
moment.
Good. I mean, I'm fine with just sending Charlotte and Sophie, unless anyone else wants to go with.
So this is an important note. Vac suits are cumbersome and apply a -2 penalty to all hit and skill checks that require movement. Those with culture spacer or exosuit skills at 0 or higher can ignore this penalty. You cannot wear armor with the vac suit, though the suit itself grants AC 7 or 13 in our system to the wearer, and it requires 1 type A power cell for every 12 hours of operation.
Okay. Well, I got spacer, so.
Okay. Yeah, this chick's got exosuit, so you're both good on that front. She can't have a third arm on while this is happening though, so
Oh, so
she
she
can't,
takes
obviously.
it off.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I guess you go over there and power up the systems.
Okay.
Well, at a base level.
All right. So yeah, Charlotte. She's like, yeah, you go ahead and fire up the power systems. I'm betting if this guy was a smuggler, he's got a hidden like bank of server like storage basically. So she's gonna start like basically pulling apart the ship to find this hidden whatever. All right. Going to check it out. There is some core damage. Looks like it was powered down to prevent a meltdown. So it had sustained some damage, enough that it might have exploded if they hadn't have safely shut it down. So there is a slight risk if you power it up.
So,
Do you want to continue?
are we able to just do it minimally to like minimize the risk?
Yeah, you can minimize the risk, but there is like, a small chance that it could blow.
Yeah, I just take some small precautions.
Yep. Okay. So do you have like Tech Astro or Tech Post Tech?
No.
All right.
Actually, does the Charlotte?
Yes, she's got both.
Yeah. Maybe she should do it then.
Yeah. You like on comms and you're talking about this, and she's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll be there in a minute." Maybe if you want to have a look around as well for the computer gear.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she's going to come over and try and power it up safely. She is going to make a roll, but it better not be horrible.
And we're all dead.
No, she powers it up. She can power up the computer systems. The ship can't go anywhere, and the weapons are offline. As is life support, but that's okay anyway because there's a massive hole in the ship. So life support wouldn't do you any good anyway. Okay, so yeah, the computer systems are online. Sensors are online. Weapons are off. Defenses are off. Core is for movement purposes off. Yeah, so it's just baseline power basically.
Okay. So I'll look around for that computer stuff.
Yeah. And now that the power's on, it's probably a bit easier because you can like scan for electrical signatures as well. Do you have a metal or a what's the science one?
I've got a data slab.
Yeah, data slab will get you maybe.
Yeah, the only thing I got is a compad.
Yeah, okay. All right, that probably wouldn't help you massively. So maybe make a computer. Maybe go at it from a software point of view, like access one of the terminals and see if you can find a hidden drive or something like that. So give me intelligence computer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the operating system's corrupt. You can't access the terminal. It's sustained some damage somewhere in the system, some critical part of it. So you're going to need to physically find these drives. So you can make a roll to try and physically find them.
That's supposed to be like wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom and what have you
Basic?
got?
Criminal.
Criminal is probably a better bet because he's a smuggler.
Okay.
Yeah, wisdom and culture criminal. And Thingo is going to come at this from a tech perspective. Try and figure that out. She rolled mediocrely. She
And
rolled better than you though.
Oh, that last one got double ones. Wow.
Yeah, double ones. Yep. All right. So you guys haven't found it within an hour. What do you do?
I suppose, yeah, I would like call at some point and be like, "You guys going all right over there?"
Not so much. We can't find anything. And the things are corrupt. Like the operating system's corrupt, so it's kind of can't look for it that way.
Well,
Got any idea, Captain?
I don't know. Could you go back to the idea of just ripping out the computers, or is that not going to work still?
Do we have the tools for that?
Yeah, you've got tools for it. It would be awkward with the access suit, but the important thing is like this guy was a smuggler. He wouldn't just have it on his C drive.
Yeah.
He would have it hidden away somewhere and like locked behind multiple both software and hardware layers.
Yeah. So I guess we just quickly try to get that done.
Yeah, just keep force searching. You can make another roll, and I'll make another roll for Charlotte. But yeah, this is taking time. I think you guys on the ship, you get a hail from the pirates. They're like, "What is taking so long?"
Like, sorry, we're just having a bit of problem with retrieving the information we're looking for. Don't worry, all of your stuff will still be there for you. Everything will be intact.
Okay.
Wolf, you get a signal, like a scanning signal. You can tell they're digging deeper into what your ship is. And the longer you stay here, the more information they're going to get on you.
Yeah. Can I also do the same for them?
Yeah. Make the same roll as before. Yes, Jason, you find a one terminal that is still connected and working, and you find there's a hidden drive essentially. Yeah, and by following the network cables, you can figure out where it is. So the two of you together, she rolled. She rolled an 8. So the two of you together can figure out, it goes this way, and you find it's like behind this panel. She literally has a grinder with her. She grinds the panel away.
Okay.
Yeah, and pulls it aside, trying not to rip the suit that she's in. Pulls this jagged piece of metal panel aside, and yeah, literally in the wall amongst a bunch of cables is 3 or 4 drives that are sitting in the insulation in the wall, basically.
Okay. Well, we should have what we need now.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't think we have time for my idea, so let's just go.
All right. So yeah, you cut the cables, I guess, and pull them out. And head back over to the other ship. As for the scan, they have a multifocal laser. They have what's it called? I don't think it's actually a weapon on this list, but they have a weapon that is essentially
Phone.
yeah. They have a weapon that's essentially a like a boarding tube. It like shoots out this like big claw basically that grapples onto the ship, and then they inflate a tube that they can walk through and tunnel into the ship. You're thinking that maybe that's what the massive hole on the side of the ship is.
Maybe by something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, they have something like that. Interestingly, they don't have much in the way of defenses. You're thinking maybe they rely on their level 2 drive to give most of the defenses.
So like less armor than us,
Less armor, but
better maneuverability.
yeah, better maneuverability and yeah. The better drive means that sometimes even when you hit, you'll miss because it'll like phase through.
Yep.
All right, so you guys get back onto the ship. In total, it's been about an hour and 45 minutes. Your suits are filled with sweat.
Moist.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're not the most comfortable things to work in.
I guess I hail the pirates as soon as we're ready to go.
Yep.
Oh,
Just say,
Captain, I'd say tell them we didn't find anything. But it's up to you.
so I hail them and say, look, we didn't end up finding what we're looking for. We're gonna hand it over to you. Don't want to waste any more of your time.
We've got a signal code on your ship. We'll be able to track you from 3 systems away. Keep in mind that if anything happens to our ship while we're salvaging this, we're going on after you.
Well, we haven't done anything, but just be careful on the power up. There was something wrong with the core.
We're aware.
All right. Well, we'll be on our way then.
They close the com.
You.
Ah, good. They're coming.
What was that?
That's the highway just near my house.
Their ship's just powering towards us now. It's gonna ram us. Yeah, go up to Charlotte and Gray.
Yep, they're like pulling the suits off.
Yeah,
It's really gross.
I guess I give them a hand, like getting the, the packs off.
Yep.
So yeah, it's good work, you two.
No part of the job.
Yep. You reckon you'll be able to get the information we need out of this Sophie?
But hey, luck, yeah. Should be a problem.
Alright, good.
What's this information worth to you anyway?
Yeah, it's just part of the next job.
Fair enough. I kind of like to know what I'm getting myself into before I go on a job like this. Pirates I can handle, but
Believe me, if you want to know what's going on, look, if you want to know what's going on, you're going to be severely disappointed. It's just part of the job.
Fair enough. Alright.
Well, yeah,
Well,
I
you-
guess I'd take her aside and to just tell her like a few of the details about the job.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Yeah, she appreciates like you cluing her in.
Yeah, I just tell her, you know, she did a good job, you know, over there. I can see that she's going to be a reliable member of the ship and be useful.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you guys pull away. Pirates don't fire upon you or anything like that. You managed to get out of their way and successfully move away.
Can I keep track of them with the sensors, see if they like hard dock onto the ship?
Yeah. At least up until you're 6 hours out, they have not yet docked with the ship. And at 6 hours, you're getting out of range of your scanners.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, what's next?
Yeah, we got to get Gray to look into this information.
Just doing computer intelligence. It's weird.
Sorry, I missed that.
Just do computer intelligence.
For checking out the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good roll.
Sweet.
It has an aggressive virus on it.
Well,
First off, that you go to just connect it up to your computer and you're like, wait, maybe it's not a good idea. And you like put some,
put on like a.
I don't know, yeah, like a
virtual machine.
hardware version of a firewall or something. Yeah, something like that, like to protect yourself. And this first thing that happens as soon as you hook it up, it immediately has this like virus attack, which you managed to avoid, thankfully. But yeah, the information deeper in is there's quite a lot of information, and it's all encrypted. Don't manage to break the encryption on. Do you try and break the encryption? As first off.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, you don't manage to get it on all of the files, but there are a lot of interesting little tidbits here. There's information on everyone from politicians to leaders of merchant guilds to traders themselves to pirates and like gang member leaders. A lot of information, some of which is incriminating, some of which is secrets, some of which is just like a whole slather of basically what an information trader would deal with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I pass it on to the captain and also keep a copy for myself.
You're gonna keep a copy?
Yeah. Also, I gotta keep a copy of that virus, isolate it properly. So I
Okay.
can use it myself.
Okay, sure.
Nice.
All right. Well, it's a just call it like a level 9 corrupt virus.
Sweet.
So if you stick it on somebody, they'll have to roll higher than a 9 to defend against
Will I just put that in my
against
stowed
it.
gear?
Or notes, or I don't know, whatever you want.
Yeah, I might as well just stowed gear. So it was level 9 what virus?
Corrupting virus.
Oh, right.
So it'll corrupt the computer system of anyone you stick it on. And it requires at least a 9 to defend against it. Okay. So yeah, you guys get away. You take a copy of as much information as you can decrypt. Put down that you've got a +1 to like finding incriminating evidence against people, and if it comes up and you want to check through the information that you've got, you can see if the certain person that you're dealing with, like if they're a higher up, in whatever company or gang or whatever you're dealing with, when you want to deal with them, see if you've got information on them, and you can deal with that.
Is that just me or everyone? Or like
I
the
would
ship?
just
'Cause
I would say. I mean, you'd be the one searching through it anyway, because it's like
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
fair.
information.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's just in case you ever want some incriminating evidence on somebody. But keep in mind, like, this guy went to great lengths to hide the information in this ship to smuggle it. So maybe don't keep it out in the open or.
Oh yeah, I'll take proper precautions.
Okay. All right. So what's next?
Now we have to take the information somewhere.
Ellis?
Yeah, Ellis. What are we doing with this information?
Yeah, hold on, Joe. Where'd my letter go?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Nick.
We're mid-game.
Mid-game.
We've been going
So
for
what time is this supposed to finish?
1:30.
1:30, yeah. Then we start at 2:30, Nick. R1, 1Y1.
2:30.
Yep.
How long is your session going for? Like 6 hours?
4 hours.
Hey,
We still got another hour and 20.
All right, Ellis.
Nelson.
Parents were just leaving and making a lot of noise when they were doing it.
Fair enough.
I'm still reading this letter as well. All right, so we have to go back to Javedex Vera, and there's a client called Rickstein, and then we have to deliver the package to him.
Rickstein.
All right, so Javed X Vera means planet 10 in the Javed system, and the planet's called Vera, so that's 2 sectors over in 0107. So if you're heading that way, I'm going to need some piloting checks.
Yep. So 2 sectors, you see.
Yep, you're making 2 jumps. So don't screw it up, essentially.
Like I ever do.
Yeah.
That's the spirit.
Which one's that again? Vehicle space and
Yeah.
tokens.
Yep. Vehicle space intelligence against difficulty 7. And you have a reroll if you wish.
Yep.
Okay, that one's good. Make good time. All right, that's 2 days. You end up in 0207. Got to recalibrate and make the next jump.
Just straight away.
Mhm. Beautiful. You're smashing it.
I rolled really well this session.
Yeah. Damn. I wanted to make a roll on the failed navigation results.
Well, I go first. Navigation.
All right. So yeah, 4 days later, you arrive in the Javed system. Do you guys want to do anything over that 4 days?
We're gonna need a refuel, aren't we?
Yep. You'll definitely need a refuel, and you might want to consider getting your life support stocked up as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
How much is life support?
I believe it's 10 credits per day per person.
What's the max days we can get?
You've got like 2 or 3 weeks worth. You've been in transit for, I think, 8 days now. Since you last refilled it. But half of that was with your new, so it's 4 days at 5 people and then 4 days at 6 people.
Okay. I'll buy the fuel first.
20 plus 24, so 44. So it'll cost you 440 to completely fill up.
All right.
Plus the 200 from the fuel as well.
What's the date?
It's 4 days on from the 28th, so it's the 4th of March.
Beep.
Fine, I'll close my window.
Okay. So Java 10 Vera. Just look up my notes on this place. Javed Vera. Okay, it's temperate. The atmosphere is toxic. There is psionic sphere on this planet. MES is any child born with MES is immediately like euthanized, essentially.
Wow.
Psychic powers are completely illegal. Everyone in the system, well, I won't say everyone, but it's very common in the system to have extreme hostility to people that are psychic or reveal themselves as psychic. There is some resistance, but it's pretty low level.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sucky.
Do they have any way of detecting if someone's psychic?
There are, if you're somebody, there's medical scans, a tumor essentially in your brain that begins this process.
Do they scan people on entry?
Into certain places, yes. Probably not just like in the docks or whatever, but if you go to anywhere with any kind of security, yes, they will scan people.
Interesting.
It's important to note that for people like you that travel a lot, MES is the result of exposure to drive space. And most of the time it happens during like pregnancy. Happens to a child during pregnancy. So like pregnant women typically don't travel into other systems using drive space.
Is that in general or just around here?
In general.
Okay.
Just exposure to drive space in pregnancy can not often lead to it, but there's a risk. And it can happen later in life, and if it does happen, you may not be aware of it. Depending on how recently it's happened. But yeah. For people like you, continued exposure to drive space is, you guys probably know a lot of people that got MES later in life, and it doesn't always develop psychic powers, but it can. Yeah, it's like something that you can manage with medication. Like if you have MES, you'll be on medication for the rest of your life. But yeah, particularly if you have it like in the womb or like during your development, you will probably get psychic powers. Yeah, this place is super hot on it. Yeah. So any precautions? Any research? What do you want to do?
Oh, what are we actually doing here?
You need to meet up with one Rick Stein. I believe that's all the information that Ellis gave you.
Well, I guess Ellis is coming. I'll probably go.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
And I guess I'll come along as well.
I think I'll stay on the ship.
Yeah, same here.
Alright. What's Charlotte doing? Because she could come if she wants.
She doesn't particularly care, so she'll stay on the ship and work on some bit of gear.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. I might hang around with Ellis a bit. Oh, not Ellis, Charlotte.
Charlotte, yeah. Get to know her a bit more.
Yeah.
She's a very abrasive person.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Kind of like, yeah, I am quite heavily basing her off Jack in Mass Effect. Like, she doesn't give a damn what you think or what anybody thinks. She's in it for herself, and yeah, like she's that kind of person. Very abrasive, very
Racist.
No, not racist. Just doesn't care about people.
Yep, racist.
No, she doesn't not care about black people. She doesn't care about any person.
She's not racist. She just hates everyone equally.
That's right.
I love that quote.
All right. So, I guess the first things first is you get warnings about the illegalness of people with MES, and that anybody with MES are not even allowed to orbit the planet. So not only are they not allowed to dock or get off the ship or whatever, they're not even allowed to orbit. They have to be away from the planet. And that any people with MES or any psychic phenomena will immediately be like arrested, essentially. Secondly, body armor is illegal in public areas. You can have it on in the docks and things like that, but illegal in public areas, and anything larger than a sidearm is also illegal to just openly carry unless you have the appropriate permits, which you guys don't presently.
Alright.
Yeah. And then there's like a cheery enjoy your stay on Vera.
They're like, don't do this, don't do that. You'll
Yeah.
kill anybody with this. Enjoy your stay. Alright, well, let's enjoy our stay.
Okay.
Well,
Alright, so
Stein guy, Ellis.
Sorry?
We're meeting this Stein guy.
He says he's a psi hunter? PSI hunter?
Wow. They have Psy Hunters.
Huh. They really hate thighs, like psionics around here.
Yeah, it doesn't really give much of a lead besides he's a hunter and his name's Rick Stein, so guess we'll have to go digging.
Alright, let's go to the Psy Hunters higher station.
Let's go to the
so
bar and
Yeah.
announce loudly.
on this planet, Psy Hunters are like FBI, like federal agents kind of deal. Like they're serious about this.
Yeah, I'd be able to look them up.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I guess you could ask me on comms if you want.
Yeah, I guess we'll do that then.
So this is a high-tech place?
They're Tech 4.
Oh, damn.
Um,
I wanted to buy a thunder gun.
well, remember that planet, the Maltech planet that I was talking about in Chico?
Yeah.
That's somewhere you could get a thunder gun.
Thunder gun.
Yeah, but their Tech Level 5 stuff is pretty rare. Because almost nobody produces any Tech Level 5 stuff. It's all like basically scavenged from before the Scream.
Yeah, I'm assuming that wasn't including my +1 for the incriminating stuff because it's not incriminating.
Um,
I guess it doesn't really matter.
yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah,
But yeah, got 11.
11. Yeah. Okay. Yep. You pin him down to a certain like precinct on a city. So you would assume that meeting up with this guy is a matter of like basically going to the police station or like the Psy Hunters.
Psy Hunters Guild.
Yeah, not a guild, but like because they're like a government organization. So it's like a police station, except it's the Psy Hunter station. Yeah, and asking around for him. But this guy's made several pretty critical arrests. He prevented a terrorist action on a place in his precinct. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're good.
I just thought that like dried fruits probably.
Yeah, so this guy's like pretty. He got a promotion for preventing that. Looks like he's moving up through the ranks of like Psy Huntering. But yeah, he's a local agent on this particular place, so you've got a good lead of where to find him.
All right, let's go do that.
Okay. So walking around the planet. By the way, the planet itself, it's like bubble cities essentially. They have manufactured atmosphere in the bubble cities because the atmosphere outside these are toxic. So there is oxygen in the atmosphere, but there's also atmospheric chlorine or something that corrodes your lungs. So there's bubbled domes and then like air filters to come into the.
So it's like the Gungan city, just not underwater.
Yeah, a little less techy than that, but yeah, essentially.
Huh, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys dock. There's a 30 cred docking fee. And somebody has to come and somebody has to come and scrub the outside of your ship before they let you off. So that takes like half an hour.
What?
Yeah.
Somebody has to.
Yep.
Who
And
knows
that's
if
what
who knows if the filthy psionic has touched it?
that's what the 30 credits is for. 'Cause they've got to pay some guy to come out and literally like he's in a exosuit essentially, and he comes out with like a hose and a scrubbing brush and scrubs down the outside of his ship. Because like the atmosphere is so avoided, I guess you could say.
What's the date? The 4th?
Yeah, 4th of March.
Yep.
All right, so they arrange that, and finally you're allowed outside the ship.
Yay!
You get off and walk around the streets. One thing you particularly notice is everyone that's carrying a weapon is carrying it very openly on their hip, or in a holster on their thigh or something like that. Like very openly, everyone looks like skittish.
Their sex could be anywhere.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
Damn sex. Gotta get us.
Yeah, and then I guess a certain point, you come across like a group of a pair of Psy hunters that are like scanning pedestrians as they walk down the street.
Wow.
Yeah, they're standing on either side of the like footpath, essentially, and as people walk past, they're like scanning them up and down.
Do they scan us?
If you want them to scan you,
Well, it's not like I go over there and I'm like, hey, scan me.
no, but I mean, it is in the direction that you need to go. So, what I'm
Right.
asking is, do you actively avoid them?
Yeah, I reckon, it's like those people in the shopping center that stand in the middle and they're like, hey, buy this, I want you to save this child. And you
I'm
kind of,
thinking it's more like when you're driving by and they're like, and the police are picking out people to do drink.
RBTs, yeah.
I'm thinking it's more like that.
Yeah.
Not they're trying
And-
to sell you something.
And like the kind of thing is, with RBTs, when if they see somebody quickly pull into a street just before the RBT, they quite often have a cop sitting in the side street, like picking up people that do that.
okay, I guess so.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I kind of look to like, avoid them, and then I look down the alley and there's like a guy sitting in there,
Yeah.
just like, all right. So I just,
He's like
Yeah.
sitting there eating a bagel or something.
yeah, I just go through the scanners then.
Okay. You ready for this D1000?
Wow,
Seriously.
not ready.
Yeah, false positive.
All right. You go
You're
through.
now the chosen one.
All right. Who else is there? Ellis is there,
Yep, and
and Drake is there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Drake, you walk through. You're all good. And Ellis, you walk through. And you are all good.
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, no false positives. Thank God.
Don't want to think too hard. I might think you're using psychic powers.
I'll use my psychic powers to mask my psychic powers.
Could you do that with like Metasonics?
Yeah, you can.
Sweet.
Alright.
Yeah. So you walk through, and it's literally just as you walk past, they just scan you with this device,
Yeah.
and they let you through.
Cool.
Yeah. So you head on through, and you walk to this Psy Hunters station. Place has automatic doors and air conditioning, and which is kind of an interesting thought because the whole place is technically air conditioned, like the whole city.
Yeah.
So they have air conditioning from the air conditioning.
That's something interesting that happened in Adelaide. They've somehow managed to air condition Rundle Mall.
What?
I'm not joking. Me and Nelson walked through there and it was cool air everywhere.
That's cool. I didn't even notice that.
I don't know how they do it, but pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, there's like an admin's desk. With a woman typing away at a keyboard. In the background, you can see several guys. In the background, a lot of them have like a shaved one half of their head, and like you can see like a scar and a little interface.
Anti-psych. Is that what it is? So they can't like get mind controlled
mean-
or whatever?
Your guess
Go-
is as good as any.
Got like the like the foil hats.
Yeah.
Got one
Yeah,
in
tinfoil
my
hats.
head.
Yeah. But yeah,
All right. So I guess I go up to the lady. I'm like, hi. We need to see. Was it Rick Stein?
yeah, Detective Rick Stein. He's in
Yeah.
at the moment. Do you have an appointment?
No, we don't have an appointment. Do we need to make one?
I'll ask him, see if he wants to see you guys.
All right.
I won't be a moment.
Yep.
Yeah, she walks off to go into an office. Walks into an office on the left side of the room, and you can see on the door is Rick Stein, Detective Rick Stein. Anyone want to do anything in the 30 seconds she's gone?
I just look at the I just look at the posters that are all like anti-psych.
Yeah. It's like brochures, have you been influenced by a psy?
Contact now.
Yeah.
Have you been having psych thoughts? Contact anti-psych now.
Yeah.
Say no to vaccines. They cause side powers.
Yeah, they cause MES, yeah.
Say no to space travel. It's bad for you. Psych.
Right. Yeah. She comes back. Yeah, Mr. Stein will see you in his office. If you please leave your weapons here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she holds out like a box essentially.
I'll put my 2 laser pistols in there, I guess.
Every time I do this, I imagine the scene from Lord of the Rings where they hand over all their weapons and they're like, pulling daggers out of their belt and like,
Oh
pulling
no,
the
you
bow off
wouldn't
their
take
back.
an old man's walking stick.
Yeah. But I just love that scene. It's like 10 seconds of them just unloading thousands of weapons from off them. Yeah. So yeah, she collects them in a box and puts them under the desk and gestures towards his office. Yeah, I guess you knock on the door and walk in, and before you is it's interesting. He's got half the head shaved and that. Like the scar and the connection point. It's obviously some kind of cybernetic something. But then the other half of his head is like really clean cut. It's like if you took like a typical businessman and literally shaved a half of his head off, half of his hair off. Yeah, so it's like really professional from one side, and as he turns around to look at you in the door, the other half of his head is completely bald. He's like, come in, have a seat. He like takes a close look at you, each of you, as you come in, and he pulls out a scanner out from his drawer in his desk, and he holds it up and he's like, "Do you mind?" Just formalities. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, we understand.
Right, yeah, he scans the three of you. He notes something interesting about Drake. Just raises an eyebrow, but continues on.
Ooh.
Bum bum bum. Yeah, and then he puts the thing in the drawer, sits down and looks at you and folds his hands. And what can I do for you?
Ellis?
We have a package for from Shade.
He raises his eyebrows. Shade. You're not who I was expecting.
Who were you expecting?
First off, one person. Secondly, about a week ago.
Yeah. Sorry, we got a bit distracted. Did you still want the information?
Oh yeah. I mean, of course, if it's still good.
Yep.
Look, Shade's done a lot for me in the past. He's
Sure.
very reliable. I'm sure a week late on this one's could be forgiven if he continues. I guess his level of quality of service, shall I put it?
Sure. We'll hand over the infos when we get our 30,000 cred.
Yeah, he like pulls a file out of his drawer. He like writes up a few things and then signs it. He says, "Take this to admin. They'll sort out your payment." Anything I should know about this? I'm assuming you just like handed him the drives, essentially.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
probably would
one?
have just like gotten rid of the virus
I've gotten rid of it. Okay,
or like disabled it or something.
sure.
Maybe mention that it had a virus. Would that be important?
Yeah, you're assuming it's just like an extra layer of security, just in case somebody does actually find them. It's like the idea is it's like a, booby trap if somebody does try to access the drive without, knowing that it's there.
Yeah, I guess if it's like disabled but still on there,
Hmm.
I just mention it like, yeah, there was a virus on there, but we dealt with it.
The same type, I'm assuming, is the last one that I got from Shape.
Yeah.
Would we know that?
No, you would have no idea.
He doesn't have to know.
Yes.
You just say that like out loud to him. Do we know that? Yes.
All right. No, fair enough. That form will guarantee your payment. You've done good work.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. I'm sure I'll be able to put this information to a lot of good use.
Sure you will.
Wait, from the thing. What's my brother's name again? It's been a while.
Helio.
Helio.
Wow.
Maybe,
It's on the email, man.
yes, it is Helio.
What's-
Maybe I'll like offhand mention if he's heard anything from Helio lately.
Helio? I'm not sure who you speak.
Just kind of take a second and be like, he's the one that gave us the tip on the job.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I don't know a Helio.
Oh, good, never mind.
Then he's
Just-
like, Helio, that's a psych name. It's fine.
never mind. It's all good. Yeah, just walk out, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. Make sure you hand in that form and get your payment.
Will do.
All right, yeah, you walk out. Head to reception.
Yep.
Give them the form.
Take my box of guns back.
Yep. Yeah, she needs your bank details, but that's about it.
Yep.
And like before you've even walked out the door, there's 30,000 creds in the bank.
Bing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Where are we off to next?
So we're going to switch to the ship. I suppose Wolf, on the cameras, you see somebody in a suit.
No.
We don't have any more mercenaries to give you.
You haven't seen this, but it's us as the audience, I guess. We get the same. It's a guy with this half-shaved head and the scar on the side. Or maybe this one's a girl. Yeah, and it's weird because like the other half of her hair is like back in a ponytail.
Half a ponytail.
Yeah, literally.
That's funny.
It looks a little funny, but it's like, Wolf, you wouldn't know this, but it's standard for this world. You know, to have people with like just half a normal haircut.
It's the anti-psych way.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so she walks up to the dock and has a look at the ship, and she's like, excuse me, I'm here for a routine check. May I enter the ship?
Can we see some credentials first?
Yeah, she pulls out like a wallet out of her back pocket and opens it up. Yeah, there's a badge that's like, official Psy Hunters Academy of Vera. Puts it right up to the camera so you can see the badge. And then like an ID above it, which has got a photo on it. The photo, interestingly enough, does not. She's got full head of hair rather than the half-shaped.
Yeah, that's a different person in the photo. And besides, I think I'll need to see a warrant before I can let you on the ship.
Well, actually, no. Under Act 603 of the Psy Hunters clause, if we are allowed to conduct routine inspections of people docking in the system.
Okay, well, I'll just have to look up those laws in your and consult your local government people first, just to confirm that what you're saying is actually true. Please hold.
Fair enough. I'll wait.
Take like an hour. And I'll occasionally buzz around the intercom and say, look, I'm just on hold with these guys at the City Hall. It's just,
Yep.
you know what it's like.
Okay.
So does an hour give the other guys a chance to get back?
Yes, I think so. So you guys walk into the dock. By the way, did you tell Charlotte and Sophie that there's an agent outside?
I think we would have seen.
Yeah, I think I would have told them.
Okay. Wow.